Hi class, I want to explain grammar, page 165. Grammar 165, make sure you're there on that page in your packet. We're talking about pronouns again and an antecedent. Dun, dun, dun. That sounds like a really difficult word for something pretty simple. So don't worry, this is not too bad. Let's take a look in the box and read together here. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun, right? So you could say Mrs. Norman loves chocolate, or you could use a different pronoun and say she loves chocolate. Mrs. Norman and she, right? That's the subject, but I could change Mrs. Norman to she, right? Okay, we talked about that yesterday. An antecedent, I'm continuing in the box, is the word the pronoun replaces or refers to. Okay, so take a look at this first example. It says, I am Emily. I actually am Emily. That's my name, so it works. The pronoun is I, and then the antecedent is the word that the pronoun's referring to. So the antecedent is Emily. I is the pronoun. Emily is the antecedent. Let's keep going. Next example. You are Jana. You're not, but that's the example, right? You is the pronoun, and it's the you is referring to or talking about Jana. So Jana is the antecedent. If I have this sentence, the third one down, he is Jared. He is the first one that's mentioned. That's my pronoun. And then Jared would be the antecedent. Sorry, I have a little bit of a runny nose right now. Okay, let's look at the next sentence down. She is the pronoun, but it's talking about who. So it says, my dog barks when she plays. She is the pronoun. And who does she refer to? The dog, right? So let's skip down now to, we're going to look at 1 through 6. We're going to underline the pronoun, right? So we've got I, you, he, she, they. Those are pronouns. And then we're going to circle the antecedent that those are referring to. I think I gave my example a tiny bit wrong in the beginning when I said Mrs. Norman likes chocolate and I like chocolate. Mrs. Norman is the subject, but I is the pronoun. Now that's random and I'm thinking back. Let's move forward. Number 1. Joshua said he would dim the lights from backstage. First, let's find the pronoun. It's going to be I, you, he, she, or they. He. So we're going to underline he, and it is right there in our sentence. So we underline he. That's our pronoun. Who is he referring to? Who is he in the sentence? Joshua. Joshua. So we circle Joshua. He is the same as Joshua. And when I read the word he, I know that it's referring to Joshua. Let's look at number 2. Mary turned on the flashlight, but it did not work. This one's a little bit harder because it doesn't have an I, you, he, she, or they. The pronoun in this one is actually it. It. So we're going to underline it. Okay. Now, don't let this trick you. What is it referring to? When it says it did not work, does it mean Mary did not work? The flashlight. You got it. So the flashlight is what it's referring to. The it is meaning the flashlight. You getting it? You getting it? Let's do one more together. Lucy hoped she had extra batteries in her pocket. Which one's our pronoun? This is one we've covered. She. You got it. Now, so I underlined she kind of a lot. who is she referring to? Who is she in the sentence? Lucy. You're right, Lucy. So we circle Lucy. Lucy hoped she. You got it. Oh, we have another one. Her. We've got her. We should underline her as well. She is referring to Lucy and her pocket, Lucy's pocket. So her refers to Lucy as well. There was 2 in that one. Nice. I think you can do 4, 5, and 6 on your own. Yeah, you got this. You got this. If you do have questions, you can talk to someone else in your group. You could ask someone sitting by you. If I'm working with a reading group, that's what I want you to do, is ask someone before me, since I'm working with another group. But if I'm not working with a group, you could come up and talk to me and we could discuss this. Okay? I think you'll do just fine.